guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a hair and makeup get ready with me. First portion of the video I'm going to show you guys step by step how I install my wigs, and in the second portion I'm going to show you guys my makeup tutorial. So right now I'm just going to show you guys what the hair or the lace looks, how the lace looks up close and personal. I have my handy dandy scissors because right now we're going to start cutting the lace. So just to get more of a clear view, I like to clip the flyaways back. That way they don't get in my way and I don't end up cutting them by accident. So right now I'm just going to cut as close to the hairline as possible without actually cutting the little pieces of hair in the front. But you want to get as close as possible, and like I said, it's easier to do it when you've clipped the hair back. That way you can clearly see the hairline. So this hair was sent to me by DIVASWIGS, and I will leave all the information on this wig down below. So this is what the hair looks like on my head, just straight out of the box. I haven't touched it. All I did was cut the lace, and that's it. So right now I'm going to start by clipping the hair back because I'm going to now install the wig using my Got2b glue and my hairspray. These are the same two products that I use every single time I install my wigs. So right now I'm just taking my Got2b gel and I'm going to apply that on my edges, maybe a little bit above my edges because I do pull the hairline a little bit above. So I'm just going to apply that on the entire perimeter of my face. So next I'm going to take my blow dryer and make sure you guys have it on the setting cool because the cool is going to make the glue get really tacky and sticky, and that's what we want to make the hairline stick to our forehead. So I'm going to do that until I feel like it's tacky enough, and once I feel like it's tacky enough, I'm going to go ahead and do it for a second time. So we're going to go ahead and repeat that first step. I'm just going to apply the glue along my edges and then blow dry it on the cool setting. So once I feel like it's tacky again, I'm going to go in, this is the last step, with the Got2b hairspray, and I'm going to place that again along my edges. And I'm just going to massage that in to make sure that I've covered the entire hairline. And once again, once we've applied it on the hairline, we're going to go back in with the blow dryer on the setting cool. So once I feel like it's tacky, then it's now time to start pulling the wig forward and laying it on our forehead. So I'm just going to press it down, and at this point it's super tacky to the point where I can lay it flat and it's just going to stick and not lift. So if you guys follow these steps, you won't have any problems with it lifting or anything like that. So as you guys can see, I'm just kind of pressing it down, just aligning it with my hairline to make it look as natural as possible. And then I'm just going to do that on the other side as well. And so once we've secured the wig on our head, I just pulled the hair out of the clips, and right now I'm just going to cut the bangs. I feel like the bangs were like way too long for my liking. I couldn't really see. So I do want to go ahead and cut until probably, I would say, just below my eyebrows. I want to still be able to see. So I'm just going to cut until I am comfortable with the length. So I'm going to start by taking the Skin Finish Mineralized Powder from MAC, and this is in the shade Darkest Deepest. And I'm going to use this as my transition shade, and I love it because it's like I use it for my bronzer and for my transition shade, so it's kind of like 2-in-1, you know? So next I'm going to take my Juvia's Place palette in the shade Zulu, and I'm going to place that in my crease area, and we're just going to blend that out. Next, I'm going to go in with my Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm going to place that shade on my lid area. And I didn't even realize that the names are not even written on the palette. I believe it came with like a clear sheet, but I like threw that away like when I first bought the palette. So unfortunately, I don't know the name. But as you guys can see in the video, I did select which red. It's just like a red shimmer shade. And so I'm just going to, after I place it on my lid, I'm just going to blend out the outer corner so that there's no harsh lines and that it just blends in beautifully. And then just to smoke out the outer corner of my eyes, I'm just going to take the two darkest shades in the palette. I'm just going to apply that in the outer corner just to kind of give some definition to the shadow and just give me that smoky look. I applied my lashes off camera because they're just a lot easier for me to do it off camera. So right now I'm just applying my primer. I'm going to be using the Ren Perfect Canvas Serum Primer. And if you guys watched my last video, you guys will know why I love this primer so much. And then next I'm going to go in with my Nars foundation in the shade Candies Medium 2. Next, I'm going to go in with my Nars Concealer, and this is in the shade Medium Dark 2 Caramel, and I'm going to apply that in the areas that I want to highlight and the areas I want to add a bit more coverage, which will be underneath my eyes, my forehead, my nose, and my chin and Cupid's bow, and I'm just going to take my Beauty Blender and blend that all out. So the next concealer I'm going to take is the Nars Concealer again, but this is in Custard number 1. So I usually do 2 concealers. One is more so, the first one is more so for coverage, and this one's more so for like that highlighted look. I'm just going to place in the same areas that I applied the first concealer, and then I'm just going to take a beauty blender and blend that out as well. So to contour, I'm going to be using the Lancome Tawny Doll Stick Foundation in the shade 500. And I just started using this product and I absolutely love it because it gives me really, really good coverage. And I'm just using it to contour, you know, so it's kind of like a 2-in-1. And it's just really, really creamy, like the consistency of the product. It's not hard to blend out, super, super easy to blend out, and I think that's why I like it. I like the creamier concealers because they're just easier to me, and it has really good coverage, like I said, so I'm definitely adding this into my collection. So right now I'm just setting my my highlighted areas with the Laura Mercier setting powder. I'm just going to place that on all the areas that I highlighted, and this is really just going to keep my makeup in place all day. A lot of the times I do get oily by like midday, and this pretty much just holds everything in place so that my makeup does not separate. So after I let it set for like a few moments, I'll just use a fluffy brush to kind of wipe away the excess powder. I'm going to take my bronzer from MAC, and this is in the shade Deepest Darkest, and I'm just going to use that to bronze my face to give my face more color back and to really just bring out my features, because after I highlight it, sometimes I just look like a freaking ghost. So this step is definitely needed. To highlight, I'm going to be using the Artist Couture highlighter in the shade Illuminati. This is my favorite highlighter because I've tried so many different brands and there are no brands, or I haven't tried any brand that has given me the same powerfulness in terms of highlighting. Like, it's a loose powder and I think that's the reason why, but I don't know, something about this highlighter, like I could just shine somebody, I can blind somebody from a mile away, trust me. So for my waterline, I'm just going to, or for the bottom eye, I'm just going to smoke it out, going back in with my Jaclyn Hill palette and just taking a reddish burgundy color. So for my lips, I'm going to be using the NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner, and this is in the color Alabama. So I'm just going to line my lips up with this color first, and I'm also going to fill them in as well. I really like this lip liner because it's similar to kind of like a glide-on, so it's really smooth and easy to get that perfect lip contour look. And then to top it off, I'm going to be taking the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream, and this is in the shade Berlin, and this is just going to deepen the red, giving me more of a brownish reddish color, and that's kind of the look I was going for. So this is pretty much the end of this tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please leave any questions down below, like, subscribe, and thumbs up, and I'll see you guys next time.